What makes someone a photographer? Now, just because you have an iPhone doesn't make you a photographer. The first thing that makes someone a photographer is attention to detail. Before a photographer even take a picture, he is already visualizing the picture in his head. So he figuring out which angle is the light coming from. Where is the best spot to take the picture? And we have something called the rules of thirds in photography. And then the photographer is framing his subject as well. So attention to detail plays a big part in being a photographer. The second thing that makes someone a photographer is knowing how to tell a story. Now, if you're not a photographer, you might be saying it's not that deep. The only thing you're doing is just taking the picture. But that's where you're wrong at. You telling the story. So if you're celebrating something happy, you will want something bright. So you're gonna go for a brighter picture versus if you're doing a romantic shoot, you're gonna have the lighting a little lower down. So as a photographer, we tell the story of what's going on. And everything plays a part in storytelling. So say hypothetically, if I'm taking headshots and the guy tell me he want to look masculine. So then I would lower the camera and get like a hero photo of him looking down on the camera. And the story I'm telling is this is a successful businessman that made it to the top. And number three, know how to use your camera. So one of the many things that makes someone a photographer is knowing how to use their camera. Once you learn how to use one camera, you know how to use all cameras. So it's kind of like having a guitar. You can give Jimmy Henderson a cheap guitar, and you can give me an expensive guitar. Guess who will play the instrument better? Jimmy Henderson with his cheap guitar, because he an expert at playing the guitar. Well, that's the same way with cameras. Just because you have a wonderful camera on your phone, or just because you bought a nice, expensive camera, doesn't make you a photographer. Learning how to use that camera make you a photographer.